We are many. Those that live beyond the veil of darkness, where nightmares are born. Sanity knows no bounds, and men's thrives on the suffering of the damned. Rods in the solace in the souls of the weak. We have taken refuge here among the mortals, in hope of a harvest from our innocence. Tread lightly in the search for the voices and stories of the departed, for in shadow hides the evil that lurks within. As the light dies and slowly becomes night, the realm of spirits rule the world. In the darkness of your mind hides your own hidden demons, and brings to life your deepest fear. Do you have what it takes to speak to the dead? Do you accept your own mortality in the search for life after life? Have you ever seen a ghost, spirit, or demon? Have the lights flickered and the room became as cold as death itself? Maybe you have. Maybe it was your own subconscious preparing you for death. Come spend some of what's left of your own existence in our search for the answers that are hidden behind the veil. Shed off the blinders and open your mind's eye and listen to their stories. We are they. We are incarnate paranormal.
And what is up, everybody? How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday to you. I do apologize about no show last night, but yeah, not only did work, but personal shit got in the way. you know, if I can prevent doing a show, I'll be on air if I can. So, yeah, it's part of it. But anyways, hope you guys are doing well tonight. We're almost to the weekend. Yeah, 2 more days. Kind of happy hump day. Good news is I don't have to work this weekend. Thought I was gonna have to. Kind of a little sweat off my brow on that one, but it's all right. Every once in a while, you just gotta, yeah, you got to. It's all good though. We left off Monday on Schumann's cell, hour 55 in. We've only got 2 EVPs. We have about another, 3 hours 22.
You're right on time for your appointment.
Oh, wow. And Deds with the resub. Deds is here and Benny is here. How you guys doing tonight? So let's get over to the analyzing screen. Let me get the torture devices out. Kind of got to get them locked away from the CAT. So before we get anything started, let's get that out of the way. Again, glad I don't have to work this weekend. It's fucking birthday weekend. Oh, God. Yeah, been waiting for all day for the stream. Benny, I appreciate that. And again, I apologize for no stream last night. But again, work takes precedent. And also, I'll be honest with you guys, my freaking TV went out 3 days ago. My TV went out. Turned it on. All my old fart weekend confirmed. Yeah, I'm only gonna be 47. So, not quite old fart. That's 3 years away. Turned on my TV. Very, very faint picture. And it's just kind of strobing. Could make out the picture, make out the audio, but it was just dim as shit strobing. So it's like, there goes my TV. Okay. Good news is Target had I had a 32-inch Samsung. That's all I really need for my room. Nothing big. Target had TVs on sale. A 32-inch 720p for 169. My birthday's Monday, Benny, the 13th, and they had a 40-inch for the same price. A 40-inch 1080 for the same damn price. I'm gonna go with the 40. It's the same fucking price, and I get better quality pictures, so we're good. So let's get over. Let's get the wheel spin.
And now we come to a special moment. That is the most pointless and wasteful use of this year. So let's see the nominations, shall we? I'll be right back. And now we come to a special moment. That is the most pointless and wasteful use of this year. So let's see the nominations, shall we? I'll be right back.
Since I missed last night, we're gonna do a bonus spin.
And now we come to a special moment. That is the most pointless and wasteful use of this year. So let's see the nominations, shall we? I'll be right back.
So I got habanero, sriracha for the bonus. And that's a spicy tamale tonight. Oh my God. That's sriracha and with the habanero. Yeah. But anyways, we left off hour 55. This recorder is 3 hours 22. So we got an hour and 27 minutes left on this recorder. So they were kind of joking with me at work this morning. One of the lights we sent out on tour started acting funny. They plugged it in and they didn't even, connect the light board to it or anything, and the light just started going through its cycles, which it doesn't do unless you have commands to it. Oh, Brett, oh my God, the light's haunted. You need to bring your gear in. Really, guys? No, seriously, bring your stuff in. We got something going on in here. It's like, no, we don't. I'm not gonna haul all my freaking gear in here. Just ain't gonna happen. I mean, Dad saw how much gear I have, and that's maybe 25% of it. Dad saw the gear I brought to NSP this last year. Like I said, that's a quarter of it. I am not lugging all that shit around. It just ain't happening. And I forgot to change the stream title. Let me this changed real quick. Not like it's gonna save midstream anyway. I know it won't save it, but it did. It might have. One of these days, I might actually bring all my gear to the prison. The first year, I brought about 75% of it. It was a mistake. It was a big mistake because I didn't use 80% of that. It's like, wow. Bring it and don't use it. Like I said, this year, I'm thinking on the full spectrum camera. But the good news is, let's see, today's the 8th. We got less than a month, and the team will be. I'll have a full team. I am so looking forward to this. It's not even funny. I know the countdown on that. We're on the countdown to show 400. We're on the countdown to show 100 for NSP Part 3. Guys, we're really got numbers going on right now. So do you guys have anything exciting planned for this weekend? Deds, you going hunting yet? Eliminating any more coyotes or bears? Yeah, TM, we're going to try to jump through this section. There's not a lot left. And get into the second section of this recorder and see if we can get something, because there's just literally nothing but flat line here. Empty space. Yes, it is. It really flippin' is. So we're gonna jump up to where there's active parts. Beyond that, we're gonna get to the second section of this recorder here probably in the next 10 minutes. And hope you're doing well tonight, Tia. Good to see you here, and always appreciate it. I've told Benny and Dad, sorry there was no show last night. ghosts do not want to talk to themselves. That's why they're. Well, it's either intelligent or residual. There's not even any residuals here, which is kind of depressing. Because where you figure almost 3 hours into this recorder, technically, and 2 EVPs. This is one of the downsides about being an investigator, though. That sounded like a breath. No, it's a jet. Never mind. And a car. All right. Let's get section 2 out, because I kind of figured there was going to be nothing on this section. 2 EVPs, it's all right. We've done worse. And the cat's somewhere. It's 2:32. All right, let's but it's just a random theory. Some say residual only shows that humans getting the same feeling as the dead people that relived it. I forget the name for what you're talking about. I've had a theory about that where they pass on what happens at their death. And that's how some spirits know to get your attention, is to pass on their death pain. So I've experienced this firsthand, to where if a spirit dies of a heart attack and you're in that area, you might get chest pains. I experienced that in Tonopah, Nevada. That's when I told you guys I had to be carried out of a building. Beyond that, I can get on board with it. I really could. It's not out of the question. Let me get this vocal enhancer going, and I got to get the beans put away. All right. Sorry about that. The cat was trying to get the jelly beans. Just carried out by my team. Where this... I can't really... hold on. Let me get this done here. What had happened was we were getting ready to investigate in Goldfield, Nevada that night. During the day, we had we had the ability to go into this building. They were going to let us investigate. We just wanted to go during the day and get a walkthrough and the idea of the building. So the owner of the building met us there to let us in. It's like 10, 11 in the morning. I was up talking to the owner of the building on the second floor. The rest of the team was up on 3 and 4 walking around looking. So I'm asking some history. It had like the old Dutch style apartments to where you had the kitchen in the center and the apartments on either side. So I started just talking random questions. The owner of the building is maybe 10, 15 feet away from me. And all of a sudden, I felt like somebody hit me in the chest with a sledgehammer. Full on. I went down. No energy, nothing. I couldn't even hardly move. So, the owner's like yelling for the team to get down here. Before we went, and back up a little bit, before we went into the building, one of my friends worked up there as a tow truck driver. And to be a tow truck driver in Tonopah, you also have to be a certified paramedic. You're in the middle of nowhere, and you have to have somebody who can render medical assistance until they get somebody there to you. So he was going to meet us there at that building. So the team picks me up, carries me downstairs, gets me outside, sets me on the little like half wall, and my buddy pulled up at that exact time, and they're like, "You need to check Brent out now." It's like I had no energy, my eyes were all glazed over. They literally thought I had a heart attack. And mind you, this was what, 12 years ago now, somewhere in there. My buddy's like gets his kid out of his gets his kid out of his truck, you know, gets his flashlight, checks my pupils, checks my pulse, checks my heart rate, checked everything out. He's like, "Brent, you're fine." It's like, "What?" He goes, "Your pulse is fine, your eyes are fine, your pupils are where they should be." He goes, "What happened to you?" I told him what happened. He said, "Brent, take your shirt off." I took my shirt off, and I had this great big circle on my chest right here, like somebody hit me with a sledgehammer, dead center in my chest. He goes, "Brent, something attacked you." It's like, "Yeah." The director of the team's like, "Yeah." He goes, "There's something in there." He goes, "You didn't have a heart attack, otherwise we'd be calling you an ambulance right now." He goes, "Something spiritual got you." I had a literal red mark on my chest for like 2 days. And I had no energy for like a week. Mind you, we're investigating in Goldfield 30 minutes down the road that night. You talk about fighting to stay awake and to stay conscious during an investigation after you just got rolled by a spirit. That's probably the second most scared I've ever been in my life on an investigation. When I had to be carried out by my team. So let's get to this second section. Are we gonna have anything through here? Maybe. Yeah, we should have some stuff. We should definitely have something here. Good. But yeah, we never got to actually investigate it. They actually closed it off so they could start renovating. We never got to investigate what actually sucked. I've been to many castles and old farms, but never seen or heard or feel anything. So I feel for many years that all ghost stories was only to scare kids sleep when they're put to bed at night, not going to the house and BS from them. Theory. Uh, I was told I've been seeing stuff since I was like 5 years old. Anyway, uh, ghost stories never bothered me. I was always fascinated by them. So it's, were there monsters under the bed? No. That's monsters under the bed told to keep kids in bed. You get out of bed, the monsters will get you. You know. So as far as to keep kids in bed, I think the monsters under the bed is probably universal. Okay, there's Susan. And they might not be coming up that way. We're going to need to amplify this. We're definitely going to need to amplify this. Let's start with this much. All right. That's one of my goals. I want to see a bunch of castles. Even if I don't investigate, at least walk through the digital recorder on. I'm gonna have to listen to them joke around. Really? It's not gonna scare anybody. Come on. At least we know that recorders work. They gotta be. Let's see. One night where I got. Pause this. I'll let it play. One night where I got. Saw a white shadow fog, vertical coming, running at the end of the hallway through me, almost froze. Well, at least you had some. That's a good experience, I guess. Depends how you want to look at it. At least it's a white mist or a white shadow, white fog, instead of like a black shadow. I hate saying it like that because that sounds terrible. I'd rather have a white shadow chase me than a black shadow. So don't read into that. But I looked in the bathroom door because I did not know if it had turned there, but nothing was. All doors were closed. Ooh. It's stories like that that I love hearing because it's houses like that I want to go into and investigate because that's when weird shit happens. Trying to debunk it the other day, and it was only on the floor. Unless it was really cold with a lot of humidity, then light maybe, a light from outside could maybe make it seem like a mist. Beyond that, I don't think I could debunk it. That's a loud knock. New building an old farm doesn't have to be, it can be the ground. The grounds the house was built on. You'd have to research the land and find out who died there. But beyond that, I don't know. Without researching more. Another loud bump. No one died there as far as you know. How far back were you able to research? Shit. How far back were you able to research? The farm was 1855 when the city burned down. When all buildings rebuilt. Somebody had to have died in the fire. That's all I could think. All I could say. Only 2 walls from the old farm. Okay. Only thing I can say is somebody had to have died in the fire. That's a gut feeling. But then again, I could be wrong. And that's too much echo in that for it to be much. Let's clean it up just to be sure. No. into records back that far, it's so hard to be able to get the documents. Things are destroyed and lost through time. I wish I had easier, explanations on that, but getting some of the stuff is impossible. The only other way is find out who the areas that burned down, or the city burned down. Any documented people that died in the fire, and go from there. I mean, that's. Then who moved away? Then take the people who moved away and just go from there. The owners had to make a school history from the local archive. Okay. Okay, that's too distant. And sometimes, like I said, local archives are your best friend if the archives don't have it. Probably not going to happen. Alright, that's Susan. Just realized something. The cat's been stealing ink pens off my desk. I'm gonna have to start hiding all my ink pens now. Did not tell him. They don't believe in ghosts. They might not. They might have believed. They just didn't say anything, not to scare you. I know my mom did that to me. She didn't want to scare me for what my reaction would be. But like each family's different when it comes to that. So could be either way actually. Might not get anything on this one either. I might have this weekend, I might have to get some video clips put together so we could break away from the silence of all the lack of audio. And at least get some view one of the static cameras. But again, like I said, the static cameras, one place, all night. DS pops in. How you doing, buddy? Good to see ya. How the heck have you been? That's Susan in the background. Definitely not evidence. It's good to hear voices though. Better than just the white noise. Something to try to debunk instead of just twiddling thumbs. Well, the teenagers will curious about this. I feel cold fingers glide across my arm, but there was nothing there. Oof. I've had that happen. I've had stuff like that happen. It throws you off a little bit. But coolest feeling in the world. You're like, ooh, can you do it again? Oh, that's just me though. Can you do it again, please? Other people are like, I need to get out of here, like now. I was not that curious after I got under my pillow. Oh my God. I know a lot of people have done that, though. I can't laugh too much. Especially like when I do residential, I've had people tell me they've hidden, tried to hide in their house. It's like, oh, I get it. I get it. I've seen it more times than I care to count. It's either people who say, oh, it's not real, it's my imagination. You got people like me, it's like, I want to find out more. And you got the people it happens to them, they're like, I can't deal with this. I gotta leave. Not realizing these translucent energies, you can hide under your bed and it's not gonna matter. They know you're there. They know you're hiding. And they probably did exactly what I just did, is chuckle a little bit. Like, they really think that pillow's gonna protect them. It wasn't evil. Excuse me, 99.9 times out of 100, it's not going to be evil. I just want to say that they're there. They know that you're there, and they wanted you to know that they were there. Hey, we're living in the same household. I'm not going to bother you. Just acknowledge me every now and then. They're lonely. Spirits are lonely. This is why a lot of people, some people get more activity than others while investigating. People go in, oh, what's your name? How old are you? Do you know what year it is? Do you know when you died? How did you die? When did you die? Just stupid questions and questions you don't ask. But then, like I've always said, go in. Hey, my name is Brent. Could you tell me your name, please? Hey, what's your last memory? What was your favorite thing to do on the outside of these walls? What do you miss most? Just talk to them like a normal person. They're just like we are. They just don't have a physical form. They're just energy. A lot of them just want to say hi. Thank you for talking to me. And I tell people that, just talk to them like you talk to everybody else. You'll be surprised the responses you'll get. And if you ask them to leave, this is my house now. I know you're happy here, but you're going to have to leave. A lot of spirits will. And a lot of times you have to get a team in and have them help that spirit cross over into the light so they could be with their family. A lot of them just want to say, hey. Not entirely a bad thing. But as I've always said, you are in life as you are in death. You might have somebody that's just a jerk. You know, this is my house too. I'm not leaving. And they'll do aggravating little shit every now and then. They'll make lights flicker. They'll knock on something. You'll hear footsteps. And they do it just to get a rise out of you. But others, I'll let you be. Just say hi every now and then. It's not asking much. Mom did see me. I can't confirm anything, but my father's mom did see me, and she was a little demented even before I was born. It may have been. She may have become your guardian angel, and she was just watching out for you. You know, everybody has, and my personal belief, everybody has at least one guardian angel. Some have 2, some have 5, some have more. But you do have energy surrounding you at all times. You know, and I say this to people, how many times in life have something happened that you don't know how you didn't get hurt, how you didn't get injured, how you didn't, you know, just anything happen to you? Is it dumb luck, or did you have a guardian angel watching out for you? And I say that wreck I was in, you know, back in, September, beginning of October. I should have been injured. I mean, I should have been really messed up. I climbed out under my own power. Was it dumb luck, or was it a guardian angel? I think it was a little bit of both. Whatever it is, don't think it's there anymore. Energies come and go. Energies come and go at random too. It could have been her, could have been just a random spirit just passing through. And that does happen too. Somebody will call with activity in their house, and between the time you interview them and the time you go to investigate, the energy just disappears. Like, wait, you don't need to come. It's something, it's gone. It's like, what? The activity stopped. It's just a roaming spirit. You know, that's one thing I think I'm going to be fascinated of when I die, is what there is after this physical life. Because I've been around the paranormal and this energy so long, what's in store for us? I'm actually fascinated by it. It's like, I know this isn't all there is. Do we have family and friends waiting for us? Or do we get to see all the other energies? I don't know. Do we travel wherever we want, to places we've been, to say hi to people we've met? You know, it's a good theory. It's one of those things we don't know. Or is it like the Sixth Sense, where we get up and go to work every day like normal, not knowing we're a ghost? Do we have ghost jobs? I know that's a stupid theory, but Sixth Sense kind of made fun of it. That's a female voice. So this very well might be the girls down the hall. Or down 2 levels. Yeah, that's the girls down the hall. I think we're honestly into just a dead recorder. And I hate saying it like that. We're just getting, usually, like part 2 of NSP, we had, I think, 4 or 5 recorders. There was like almost nothing on it. I know one of them, we actually got bupkis on it. When I was about 8 to 10, there was a TV interview that had a topic about ghosts or white shadows. And my mom, same I had seen before. I don't know how to respond to that, TM. Talking about that white mist, the more and more I think it had to have been something. And to have a reaction like that, my gut feeling says it was something. Was it passing through? Quite possible. Was it your imagination? Quite possible. I've woken up in the middle of the night and seen shadows in my room. Usually me, it's like, hey, you're not welcome here, you need to get out. I see spirits all day, like every day, almost every day. I'm driving down the street and I see shit, which sucks. I walk through that hallway 100 times without light because we feel. But also remember, and I'll pause for this one. Why is this doing this? Where was I? When you go to these old houses, remember they might have, or even houses that have been burned down and rebuilt. Where the rooms were when the house was original, compared to where they were when they were rebuilt, the spirits who reside there are going to remember it as it was when it was original, not as it is when it's rebuilt. So if you see a spirit go through a wall or go down someplace that used to be a door or a hallway, that's what they knew. So rebuilt buildings, spirits aren't going to take that path. It could be hallucinations too. Night terrors. You wake up, you can't move, and you see something standing over you. There's 2 possibilities to that. 1, it's a spirit. 2, it's your mind still in REM sleep. So when you wake up, your mind is still processing the dream and projecting it into the real world, you being awake. So, you was never sleeping. Did you wake up or were you already awake? I can still hear them in the kitchen. Kitchen is probably residual. Like I said, residual energy. You're always awake. Okay. You might just have a natural attraction to spirits too. why that's doing that. Guys, we're going to have to restart this. Shoot, I don't want to. I hear them all the time. I gotta look up something real quick, guys. Bear with me. Oh, sorry. Thanks, TM. People, there's really a couple types of people about dreaming. Those that don't dream, just don't. But there's people that dream and don't remember it. Then there's people who dream and remember it, and people who dream and don't remember it. So it's kind of like a 4-lane road on that. I mean, like I said, I'm 46 years old. About 5 or 6 years ago, I had a night terror and I couldn't sleep for 2 days. I started having bad dreams about my investigations, and I couldn't close my eyes without seeing it. It really messed me up for a few days. Like, yeah, I gotta be careful with investigations. And it kind of just went away by itself. But to be able to not sleep for a couple days because you're having bad dreams as an adult, that's kind of fucked up. Oh, my sister's and mom was in the kitchen watching TV. Okay. Okay, I gotta do some more enhancing here, so bear with me real quick. Let's get this see what we can do, because there's not a lot on this recorder, and it's a little depressing. Okay, special one more, vocal enhancer. We gotta amplify just a little bit. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna need to do that. All right. Mid 80s, okay. Let me pause this. I need to do some noise reduction here, guys. Bear with me. No, come on. I don't know why this is messing with me now. It shouldn't be, but it is. Something's bogging down the system. So before internet, back when you had when we had 35 millimeter film, there was no point and shoot cameras. Okay. One TV channel. Oof. I had 3, so it's like you had 3, 5, and 3, 5, and 8. Then at midnight, the national anthem played, and it went to those freaking rainbow bars with a freaking that tone. Broadcasting will resume at a normally scheduled time, usually 5 a.m. State driven, taking down 89. Wow. Is that them doing that? That's them doing that. I think I'm gonna try to get some video for this weekend, or for at least for like Monday. See if we can do at least the static cameras, or at least one of them. Well, I do have to say, at least this recorder sounds like all we're getting is traffic on the highway. Just wow. Stream came down, was watching a girl in a white dress sitting in a dark red van. This is how I died. Sounds like a spirit asking for help. Not at all uncommon. Very, very very emotional to have those dreams. One, it could be a past life. Two, it could be a spirit asking for help. Three, it could just be a very active imagination. After that dream, I did not want my mom to go into a van. Understandable. Did you ever do any research to find out if a little girl had died that was abducted? Stuff like that's usually a sign. You know, did I dream that, or is that a spirit coming to me saying, "This is what happened to me"? I will not discredit dreams like that, because I've talked to many people who have had dreams that way, and several stories out there about, such occurrences. Just gets really creepy. When you're 8 to 10, at that point you're still a child. Could be the spirit of a child reaching out to you for help. Entirely possible. I do apologize, guys. Oh my God. We haven't had an EVP in a long time. 1 minute 27 seconds into the first recorder, or the first section of the recorder. All right. There's some possibilities in here. But the strange thing was, when I was 32, I was with my mom out on a graveyard where family members were buried. We looked at each other, talked about the other young girl that was murdered in the forest that was close to me. Tried to find a picture of her after that walk. Wow. It was probably connected to that dream of the little girl in the van. Might not have been a van, but that's how she knew to reach out for help. That might have been where she was murdered. Definitely one of those things to where you really have to question the relevance and the connection. The more you read into it, the more it'll boggle your mind. And there's books out there by like Lloyd Auerbach, D. Scott Rogo, and Hans Holzer that touch on dreams and the connections when spirits are trying to give you messages. I'd look into it if you're really interested. But anyways, Tim, I thank you for being here tonight. Everybody else, I know Des was here, Benny was here. Again, I apologize. No evidence, guys. We're on a really big dry spell right now. Sims recorder, we didn't get that much. On this task cam, we're not getting a lot. Maybe I can't prove anything. I walked a lot in that forest because my doctor said to my parents I need a lot of fresh air. But still, the spirits probably followed you through. Excuse me. And they probably knew they could connect with you. And if it still happens, pay attention to it. If you think you can handle it, let it all in. Be like, okay, what can I do to help you? And if it starts up again, after you start, the more you talk about it, pay very close attention. There's a reason. I am glad there's no one here. Well, just remember, the more you talk about it, the more you talk about those experiences, the more probability of it happening again soon. I tell people a lot. You talk about your experiences, that reopens the door to let it come back in and to let it happen again. Don't let it bother you. Welcome it. It's a gift. That's how this. That's I take everything, every EVP I've ever gotten, every experience in my life as a gift. That's how they knew to contact me. That's how they knew, and they use their energy to contact me. I'm good with that. A lot of people aren't. But anyways, guys, I'm going to call it here. Again, unfortunately, no EVPs tonight. We're going to try to kill this recorder tomorrow night and get on to the next one. I just got to decide which one so we could try to get some evidence because I need something busy. I need a busy recorder so we can actually get some more EVPs to add to the list. We've been stuck on 311 for some time now. You will not invite anything. You don't have to invite it. But once you open that door, you pretty much did. You start talking about experiences, that energy, if there's any energies near you, they recognize that. Like, oh, he wants to talk about it. And so it begins. Anyways, guys, have a great night. Apologize for the slow show. But TM, thank you for keeping chat active, talking about your experiences, and sharing them. For anybody that goes back and watches the VOD and watches this later on YouTube, whichever, come join if you have questions for TM or myself, please. I only talk because I can't find the logic. I can sit and talk theoretical logic all night about this. There's so many angles you can get into. And like I said, the biggest logic, the energy recognize you as someone who could help them. Or just coincidence. Either or, it was a gift. Guys, have for me, it's just a finished chapter. That's every investigation for me is a finished chapter in my life. And it opens up another one with more possibilities and more options. Like I said, to me, it's a gift. And I don't take any of it for granted. Because it allows me to share my stories with you guys, share my evidence, share my experiences, everything here on this show and with those willing to listen. I couldn't imagine it any other way. Anyways, have a great night. God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Y'all take care and thanks again.